Welcome back to another episode of Arsenal Hater TV, the home of the Arsenal hate. And today we're joined with a happy Bradley Talks Football. Bradley, how you feeling today?
Mate, I'm feeling glorious. The sun's out. I'm gonna have a drink later. I'm gonna go out watch a local football match. And Arsenal, we're winning everything. We're
Hey,
winning it all. You can
I,
see it. All right, we're playing better than everyone else. We got the Carabao Cup tomorrow. Life's looking good, bro. I'm very, very happy.
this must be like the best year of your life so far. Like your team just doing so well in every competition.
100%. In these last few weeks, genuinely, they've been so good to us. Everyone keeps saying, we're going to fall from the tree, but the elephant keeps climbing that tree. We're first place in the Champions League, boom, and then we get the easier draw. That's what you get when you win the actual league phase. We are first place in the Premier League. We're in the Carabao Cup final against a wounded Man City at the minute. We are still in the FA Cup, mate. We're smashing it, and I'm very, very happy.
Yeah, you're doing really well so far. But the main topic of discussion today is flat bang in the center, the Champions League draw. Like, let's talk about it. We had the last 16. It was a great, very entertaining. We saw ups and downs, comebacks. Bolo got knocked out as well. Like, so big shock there. But yeah, we're left with 8 teams now. And yeah, we're getting closer and closer to the final. So without further ado, let's start with the top left there. So it's Paris Saint-Germain versus my boys, Liverpool FC. It's a repeat of what happened last year where Paris Saint-Germain knocked us out. So yeah, what do you think is going to happen?
I mean, I knew PSG would beat Chelsea. It was obvious Chelsea would never go through. That's what you get, Chelsea. Your shit. I'm happy they didn't go through, but Liverpool, that shocked me. I thought Galatasaray would. But do you remember after that first leg when they only won 1-0 at home? I said, no, I think you're going to qualify now.
Yeah.
I even put a bet on you to qualify, and I got a bit of money off that, bro. Because what I'm saying is, I thought they were going to win 2-3-0 at home. As soon as they had to come to your stadium, all the fans were banned. Even though some fans snuck into the stadium, did you see
hmm
that? There was
hmm
like quite like a couple hundred fans from Galatasaray. You demolished them, and I don't even think you played that well. I mean, Salah missed the penalty. What he got saved. I think you got like one or two goals, and they were just leaving it all empty at the back. But you still won 4-0. You smashed them, deserved to go through. But I think
Yeah.
PSG will be too much for you. PSG beat you when you won the league. So PSG, even though they're not doing as good this season, your team are doing shocking this season. I think PSG easily go through against Liverpool.
For some reason, the fact that Liverpool are shocking this year makes me like even more confident in the fact that we might be able to turn over PSG, especially because last year obviously we got knocked out by them and we was top of the league. We was on the
Mm.
quadruple hunt last year as well. Then obviously whatever we lost in the League Cup and got knocked out to PSG. So I feel like because there's no expectation for Liverpool to beat PSG this year, I feel like that's gonna have the Liverpool players a lot more relaxed and because last year PSG were all over us. So this year I do see something different happening. I do see an Arsenal Liverpool final to be fair, but obviously we're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, that's just my verdict. So we move over next to all Spanish rivals as well, actually. Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. That's gonna be a really interesting
It'll
fixture
be
right
really
there.
good.
Yeah, what do you
It'll be
think about
really,
that?
really good. I mean, it's the one I predicted, but I feel like everyone predicted this. Obviously, Atletico Madrid beat Spurs. I'm surprised Spurs won the second leg, but it didn't matter. They're already out because
hmm
of the King scheme mistakes. I mean, I think it's $2 fault for putting them in personally. And then Barcelona, we knew they'd go through. I thought it'd be, a lot more close than it actually was. Obviously, the first game, 1-1 draw, Barcelona away from home. And then I saw 2-2 near enough half time, 3-2 because of that penalty.
hmm
But that second half, Barcelona just showed their true colours at home. They absolutely smashed it. And obviously, we've been in this position this season already. I mean, Atletico Madrid have already knocked Barcelona out of the Copa del Rey.
hmm
Obviously, they won 4-0 at home and they lost 3-0 away from home, but they went through 4-3. So Atletico Madrid can definitely do it.
hmm
But I think because they've already done it once this season, Barca's going to be out there going for revenge. And I can't see Atletico knocking Barca out of two knockout competitions. I cannot see it. So I'm going to stick with my original prediction, and I think Barcelona will go through to the semi final.
Yeah, yeah, like you mentioned, Barcelona literally turned up in that second half. Like what a win as well. Would they win 7-2 at the end?
Yes,
They beat
7-2 is
yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, what's that? 7-2 and 8-3 on aggregate. It was
Yeah,
an
8-3.
unreal scoreline. And this is the thing, I don't know what it is about these foreign teams nowadays. It's like there's so much emphasis on the Premier League and the media hype up the Premier League so bad that people think teams like Barcelona and Bayern aren't as good as us and teams in our league where every single year when we get matched against a Barcelona or Bayern, everyone's scared. So It's just that like we need to really get rid of this media bias, especially in the odds as well. Like I think the odds right now are
Mm.
like 9-4 for Arsenal to win the competition, and they're the favourites, and
Yeah.
it's big
I mean,
prices on us.
I think it's how football's evolved in the Premier League this year. Everyone says, "Oh, Arsenal's defensive." We always play against a low block every single week, and the reason the Premier League, I don't mind it because I like how close the Premier League is. Generally, two,
Yeah,
3 wins could separate you from fifth and 12th. However,
yeah.
it's because everyone's playing the same game. They're playing the low block. They're playing the long throw-ins. We don't even do low throw-ins, Arsenal. Yeah, we're good at corners. We don't do long throw-ins. Everyone's
Hmm.
doing long throw-ins. We got battered in the Champions League, like English teams, that is. I mean, you look at Chelsea 8-2, you look at Newcastle, was it 8-3?
8-3, yeah.
Like, these teams are getting battered. You had obviously, you lost the first leg, and obviously, you did end up winning the second because you played attacking football.
Hmm.
We drew the first leg, but then we played attacking football. We had that as a screamer. We can play well in the Champions. I mean, Arsenal. I think the reason we are favourites is because in the Premier League we don't score a lot. In the Champions League, we get four past Atletico Madrid.
Hmm.
We get goals past Bayern Munich. If teams want to play football against Arsenal, we play football back. We don't get the opportunity. But because every team has come into this competition playing defensive, and every other team comes to play football, they're not used to it. That is why Newcastle's out and they
Yeah,
got battered. That's why
but we,
Chelsea's out and they got battered. That's why Tottenham's out.
yeah, totally. And it's just
State of the
like
Prem. State of the Prem.
with that big win, like for Barcelona, for instance, yeah, they won 7-2, yeah. Like you don't see
Mm.
Arsenal beating Newcastle 7-2. So why are we like kind of like sleeping on Barcelona so bad? They got the likes of Lamine Yamal,
Oh,
Rafinha, Ballon
they're
d'Or
good.
candidates. Like I would love to see
100%.
that. I would love to see Lamine Yamal against Nketiah and see what if Nketiah can stop him. Like it'll be
That'll be a
crazy.
good challenge.
Crazy.
It'll
Yeah,
be good.
it'll be good
I
mismatch.
would really enjoy that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to obviously that will be kind of in like the second side because obviously the right side of the infographic right now is your side of the bracket and the left side is my
Mm.
side of the bracket. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, yeah. So cool. So moving on next now is Real Madrid versus
Bayern
Bayern
Munich.
Munich, the second favorites to win the competition.
Mm.
Yeah, like Real Madrid weren't too convincing for me to be fair. They just showed a
Really?
little, yeah, like they didn't convince me too much, especially even in the second leg as well. Like and Bayern have been unstoppable. They've of course been like the team that have scored the most goals in Europe. Like I know Arsenal's
Mhm.
been having this amazing year, but points wise and goals wise, Bayern are outdoing them. So they're looking like probably a really really strong team. So I'm gonna like probably like head towards Bayern this side. Harry Kane, Luis Diaz, and that.
Mm.
I don't see Real Madrid getting past that. What do you think?
I mean, to be fair, I think Real Madrid did play well. I think a lot of people just went, "Oh, City will win that." Yeah,
Yeah.
City will sort it out because they're not doing it in the league. We're so used to City dominating in so many competitions. The fact they're second place, the fact they struggled in the Champions League league phase this year and last year, people expect them to just go far in a competition because they have to go through
Hmm.
in at least one. But
Yeah.
people think they're going to win the Carabao Cup final. So people are like, "Oh, they're going to go through, they're going to go through," including myself. I said, I think they'll beat Real Madrid. No, Real Madrid turned up. Valverde, Mbappe weren't playing. People were injured. Valverde scores a hat trick in the first leg, and it's done and dusted after that.
Yeah.
And then in the second leg, Bernardo Silva's red card cost them.
Yeah,
It
it
really
did.
did.
Really did. Yeah.
And from
Yeah.
then, Real Madrid go through. So I think it will actually be a test for Bayern. But I do think Bayern will do it. I mean, what was my original prediction when we did the last video? I said Arsenal Bayern Munich final. Right now, I don't see why Bayern Munich can't get to a final, but at least the semi final. But I think it will be tough. I don't think it's going to be one of those 5-0 Bayern Munich wins. It's not going to be 6-1 like it was in Atalanta.
Yeah.
It is going to be a tough match. But I think, Michael Elise, Harry Kane, annoyingly, he gets goals, especially when you've got Luis Diaz, as you said. You look at their midfield, you look at their quality in defense.
Hmm.
They've got the players, they've got the history. I think Bayern Munich make it.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I agree as well. And then finally, but not last, the main team, the talk of the channel, Arsenal versus Sporting Lisbon, Gyökeres's old team. Yeah, talk to me. First leg, from the sounds of things, if the infographics is like from the sound, like telling us about the first leg, it looks like Sporting are going to be at home first, but I'm not sure if that's how it's going.
Yeah,
But
Sporting at home
are they at
first.
home first? Okay.
I think they made a new rule in the Champions League. You have to double check me on this one, but I think if you finish higher in the league phase, you have the second leg in the quarterfinal.
Okay, okay.
which is like you actually get a reward for it because obviously there's no difference between first and eighth. You're all automatic apart from like who you're qualifying against. But then when you
Yeah.
get like a Man City going to a playoff and Real Madrid getting to a playoff, I'm pretty sure it's always you're away from home first if you finished higher. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
obviously
yeah, yeah,
if it
yeah.
goes to extra time in the second leg, blah blah blah.
Gives you that advantage, for the second game. So yeah,
I could be wrong on that, but I'm like 95% sure that is the new rule or whatnot.
yeah. Arguably the easiest fixture left in the Champions League. Obviously all other teams are like big powerhouses. And then you got one team that's never won the Champions League, which is Arsenal. So the rookies of the competition, the babies of the competition, should we say?
Maybe. Okay, okay.
Um, yeah. So yeah, what do you reckon? It looks like a blowout win for Arsenal, I think, in my opinion.
Well, I reckon we're going to smash it. I tell you what, I'm happy we didn't go against Bodo. I think Sporting will be easier than Bodo,
Yeah.
100%. Because I think Bodo, the reason they did well is because they play at home and they play in their AstroTurf pitch, and it's a very different pitch. They had a lot of breaks, but when they turned up away from home against Sporting, I watched the
Mhm.
game at the pub.
Yeah.
They got battered. They got played off the pitch. But it would have been annoying because Arsenal, we don't score the most amount of goals all the time. If we went 2-0 down away from home, we'd have to claw that back, and it's a mentality thing of will we bottle it? But I think against Sporting, I think we beat home and away. And Gyökeres, he could have been a legend at Sporting, but he really went to go Arsenal. If Sporting just sold him and just went, you know what, 65 million, it's a good amount of money, sold him, he could have been a bigger legend. Because they were refusing to sell him, he had to go. He broke. Do you know he broke up with his Portuguese girlfriend, so he had no commitment to Portugal.
Hmm.
He paid his own wages towards the transfer fee. He went on strike at the club. He wanted Arsenal. So they're all going to be booing him. And I think if he does score, he might not celebrate. But I definitely think there's a chance of him celebrating just because of the amount of booing he's going to get, the amount of hate he's going to get. I guarantee when we go to that first leg in Sporting, there's going to be, signs of like him as a rat and him as a traitor and whatnot. And I'll tell you what,
He runs to the away end and
yeah, my mate Leo's here saying he runs away to the away end.
Hmm.
Mate, that in the away end, I'm telling you, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be feisty, and I think this is where we see the best of Gyökeres. All I'm saying, Gyökeres is used to scoring against Portuguese farmers. I'm just saying, I'm just
Hey.
saying.
Yeah, no, I feel like this fixture is literally gonna be all about Gyökeres and what he can do really. I don't think anyone else really matters in this fixture. I feel like Gyökeres is just gonna be the everything's just gonna be based around him. But I don't feel like it's gonna be blow away victory both sides. I feel like one of the fixtures is gonna be a little bit, you know, if we had to actually guess how we would predict the
2
fixtures.
1. 2 1 in the first leg to Arsenal,
Yeah,
4-0 in the second leg.
really.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'll tell you what I'm telling you. It's going to be 2-1, and then 4-0, 6-1 on aggregate. I'm so confident. I'll
That's
put my house on
optimistic.
it,
That's
mate. I'll
optimistic.
put my house on it, bro. We are
Yeah.
not going out against Sporting. There's not a chance in hell we go out against Sporting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah, you shouldn't in theory, but you never know, man. Like the way football's set up and that, football, especially the Champions League, does come with all of its surprises. So yeah,
Mm.
so obviously, judging on for our last video where we done the Champions League bracket and like, predicted the final, is there any differences in your prediction? Do you still think it's going to be Arsenal Bayern?
Well, I think it'll be PSG through, Bayern through, like I originally thought. And then I still think Bayern beat PSG. I think Barca still beat Atletico. I still think Arsenal beat Sporting, even though I thought it would be obviously Bodo. And then I think it's one of those. If Arsenal beat Barca, I think they win the tournament. I think Barcelona is going to be more of a challenge to beat than Bayern Munich in the final. Because I think if we get to a final, the momentum of getting to that final, I think we will just be the better team on the day
Hmm.
because it's just one leg. If we can do it against 2 legs against Barcelona, so genuinely, I think if Barcelona get to the final, Barca beat Bayern. But if Arsenal get to the final, Arsenal beat, Bayern. I
Yeah,
think the Champions League final for me is Arsenal Barcelona semi final. And that sounds weird, but that's my opinion.
I feel you. I feel you. I think Liverpool's gonna do PSG. I reckon Bayern's gonna do Real Madrid. Barca, of course, gonna go through. Arsenal gonna go through. And I feel like it's just going to be an all English Champions League final. Liverpool
Hey,
versus
you think
Arsenal.
Liverpool Arsenal? Hey, that'll go crazy for the channel.
Yeah,
We live streaming that together.
that would be mental. And
If you
sadly,
gotta wear Liverpool kit, I'll wear the Arsenal kit, and we have to forfeits on the line. We live
Everything.
stream it together. We clip farm that shit 100%.
And unfortunately for you, I just reckon because Liverpool have won the Champions League before, and we still have players that have won the Champions
Ah,
League as well. I reckon we're gonna beat you guys in the final, but obviously we're gonna have to
yeah.
wait and see. That this is speculation, innit? So you can only dream, innit? But
Dream on, mate. Dream on.
we'll see how it goes. Yeah. So obviously this weekend is a massive, massive game as well, the Carabao Cup final. And
Great.
guys, if you don't enjoy this content, this Champions League content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts. Who's gonna make it to the final? Who's gonna win? Let us know.
Mm,
Bradley, thanks for joining me today. Shout out your
that's all
boy
right, mate.
in the background as well.
Oh, big up
And
Leo. You're in the
yeah, big
video,
up Leo
Leo.
as well. Hey, by the way, that's not a West Ham top, guys, just in case you're wondering as well.
on
It's a
town, on
Farnham
town.
Town. There you go. There you go. So, guys, until the next episode, we'll be back real soon with some League Cup coverage. Bradley, thanks again. Hit him with
In
the.
a bit, mate.
All right, peace.